I was just interacting in a live stream under my Well-Behaved Wallet username, and I guess I forgot about my username, and people started making comments, and I'm like, my username keeps me honest. So my username is my channel name, it's Well-Behaved Wallet, and it gets comments, right? Because people either say, oh, well, my wallet's not been so well-behaved lately. Usually that's what people say. And boy, can I ever relate to those comments. Because the whole reason I started this channel was when I was getting out of a period of not behaving, just not having a clue, like any clue whatsoever, when it came to money or staying within my means, budgeting, spending within my means, not overspending, things like that. So this time, kind of in December, this is December 1st. This video was on December 1st. The start of the holiday season is kind of the precursor to what motivated me to start my channel. And it's kind of a poignant time to remember that, because it was the hangover of the holiday many moons ago in January and February that motivated me to take charge and tackle my spending head on. So, and ever since that moment, I can consider that moment my rock bottom. January of the following year, after it was a tough time. I wasn't working steadily by choice. I was waiting to go overseas for work, and I had spent too much one Christmas. And it wasn't even that I had decided to spend too much or made foolish choices. I just wasn't paying attention. So I had not paid attention. And to be honest, up to that point, I hadn't paid attention at all. So it was waking up from that and realizing it's a classic moment of struggling to make just the minimum payments on my credit card balances that led me to get serious and make a change. So since that moment, I have not returned to that period of not paying attention and being at that low rock bottom, which is great. I have gone back into credit card debt once, and that was for my wedding. That year I also gave birth to a child. So up until past that point, I have not gone into any further debt. So by the grace of God, one day at a time. So for that, I would like to say that I am on an upward trajectory and I haven't gone backwards, which is great. So in regard to my username, Well-Behaved Wallet, is my wallet always well-behaved? No, not at all. I can say that I have never again gone into that level of unconscious debt for no reason. And I feel that that's a benefit for sure. I also feel like if we're talking, like, how do we define behaving? Like, what is behaving? And for me, behaving is, the behavior that I like to see from myself is simply an awareness of what I'm working with and what I'm working with and how I work to work within those means. And if either I don't have the means, or then something has to change, right? That's my commitment to myself, is to live within my means, whatever they are. So by those terms, do I aim to live within my means, whatever they are? I can say yes. Do I like it? No. Do I always like it? No. But do I absolutely love the feeling of peace that comes from not having to worry about being in debt or how I'm going to make those payments? Yes, that is something that I truly appreciate. And can I say that not having debt is better than the feeling of not having debt is better than any item or anything could ever be. And I say that again, for me, the feeling of not having debt is better than any item or experience. That's how it is. And that's how it is right now. And who knows what could happen down the road. I might change my views on that. But for right now, that is what I believe 1000%. That is my experience, strength, and hope, is that for today, nothing feels as good as not having debt. So again, did I do this on my own? Absolutely not. I feel like I always have help. Did I do the work to get to where I am? Absolutely. But again, I feel like everyone has help. We all have help in different degrees, and we all have differing things to overcome, right? We all have different stories to talk about. And some people just come from from both sides, right? Some people come from really difficult, challenging backgrounds. And other people come from really privileged backgrounds. And I firmly believe it's what you choose to do with your circumstances that makes the difference. Yeah, so that's what I'll say on my username. So on making a list, so the 1st of December, and I am getting down to, I would say, brass tacks on my my Christmas spending plan. So and December 1st, I made some applications for reimbursement. That's what honestly took the longest thing to do. This evening I put in a notice to be reimbursed for some expenses. It took about an hour to get the paperwork together. Yeah, it was like a 2-minute process, but all the digging around to find the paperwork I needed, that was the hour. So that's how that was. As far as on the finance side, I also went and did some I say shopping, but shopping is not recreation for me. Shopping has a purpose and a goal in mind. I like seeing what things are in the stores, and sometimes it can be interesting to look at. I don't enjoy the process of shopping. I would much rather just have someone to shop for me, but I would not spend the money to have a personal shopper anyway. So I went and I got a snowsuit for my daughter, which was exciting because we saved a bit of money on that, and it's perfect. So I was looking for a suit on, the suit I was looking at on Amazon was $54 and change, and the suit that I ended up buying was $29.99 in New Jersey, which has no tax on clothes, which is fantastic. So she has a brand new snowsuit that fits her for where she is right now, and it's kind of painful to look at it and say she is only going to wear it for until this winter. She's not going to wear it next winter. So, because she's just growing so fast. Ideally, I will sell it on Facebook Marketplace. I have been trolling Facebook Marketplace for the past 3 months looking for a snowsuit because I really hope there's snow this year to play in. And nothing. I had an incident where I was going to pick up a suit. I had messaged the seller back and forth, and it was my fault for not confirming before I left the house, but she said, here's the address, and I'm like, great. And again, on me for not confirming and saying, hey, I'm leaving now, heading to pick up, is the item still available? But I got there and there was another car at her address, and it turned out, she said what she said, and they had a ring cam, and it was her husband that was like, oh, my wife's not here. And it turned out and she messaged me the next, after I left the house, he said, oh, she's given it away. She said she gave away the suit. So that was a bummer because it would have been $10. I could have gotten a great snowsuit for $10. So it is what it is. Moving on. Some of the perils of Facebook Marketplace. That would actually be an interesting topic. Let me know if you want to hear about my adventures on Facebook Marketplace. So for now, that is the story of my username, all about my username, and getting down to where the rubber meets the road on my holiday spending plan. So thank you so